This island of 23 million people is a vibrant democracy that sits just across the sea from the world's largest one-party state. I'm Matt Rivers in Taiwan, officially known as the Republic of China.
And I'm Stephen Jiang in Beijing, the capital of what's officially known as the People's Republic of China. This name has existed since 1949, when the communists won a brutal civil war and forced the previous government to flee to Taiwan.
Both sides set up their own governments, each claiming to be the only legitimate ruler of the entire Chinese territory, and decades of hostility ensued. There was no travel, trade, or communications between both sides, and the threat of military action was a constant presence. But tensions began to ease in the 1990s when Beijing and Taipei authorities began a series of meetings and correspondence that deliberately put aside the issue of sovereignty in favor of resolving practical matters.
These dialogues paved the way for economic and cultural cooperation. Businesses from Taiwan have invested billions of dollars here on the mainland, the world's most populous country and second largest economy. And millions of mainland tourists have flocked to Taiwan after direct flights resumed. But still, China insists Taiwan is a breakaway province that must be reunited with the mainland by force if necessary.
Since Taiwan became a democracy in the late 1990s, cross-strait relations have fluctuated depending on which of the two main political parties is in power on the island. Bilateral ties warm up when the Kuomintang, the party that favors closer ties with China, rules Taiwan, and relations deteriorate when Taiwan's leader is from the Democratic Progressive Party, which traditionally supports Taiwan independence.
Tensions have been climbing since 2016, when the pro-independence party's nominee Tsai Ing-wen was elected president. Chinese President Xi Jinping has hardened his rhetoric and policies towards Taiwan.
With analysts seeing increased Chinese military drills near Taiwan, many people here are wary of the growing strength and ambitions of their massive neighbor just across the sea, fearful that their unique way of life, cultivated over the last 7 decades, may be under rising threat.
So you've come out in support of impeaching, or at least beginning the proceedings of impeaching President Trump. You've said there's no point in formally bringing articles of impeachment right now because Speaker Pelosi doesn't support it. Is she making a mistake? Do you think that the Democrats should be starting impeachment proceedings based on the Mueller report, what's in there about potential obstruction of justice, which is the case you laid out?
Yeah, from a principled, moral position, she is making a mistake. From a strategic position, she is making a mistake. If she believes, as I do, that there's impeachable conduct in there, then she should say so. She should tell the American people we're going to move forward with impeachment hearings and potentially articles of impeachment. When she says things like, oh, I think that we need to have the strongest case before we go forward, what she's telling the American people is she doesn't think there's a strong case. If she doesn't think that, then she shouldn't open her mouth in the first place and say she thinks there's impeachable conduct. I do believe there's a strong case. I believe she believes there's a strong case, and if so, she should move forward and make sure that the American people understand what's going on, because people at home aren't reading the Mueller report. Most people don't have time to read a 448-page report. They expect their members of Congress to do the work for them. They want Speaker Pelosi to do the work. They want other members to do the work. And if she doesn't want to go forward, then we're going to have a big problem.